We're surrounded by it now. Vape ads popping up on our phones. Friends passing them around classes. People acting like it's no big deal. It always starts small. A scroll, a sweet flavor, a dare, or someone just saying, relax, it's just one puff.
No one thinks about the addiction or damage in that moment. But before anyone inhales a vape, do you even know what's actually inside, what it does to us, or how fast one hit can turn into something we can't walk away from?
When you inhale nicotine, each puff sends thousands of chemical particles deep into the lungs.
These include nicotine, tar, formaldehyde, and heavy metals like nickel and lead, especially in vapes.
The chemicals coat the inside of the lung with sticky residue, similar to oil or soot.
This coating blocks oxygen from properly moving into the bloodstream.
The lung's natural cleaning system, made of small hairs called cilia, gets paralyzed or destroyed, preventing the body from clearing out toxins.
Damaged tissue begins to scar, leading to inflammation and permanent loss of elasticity.
Imagine trying to breathe through a sponge that's been soaked in oil. It's heavy, clogged, and barely lets air pass through. That's what your lungs experience when you're exposed to nicotine and vape chemicals.
Within 10 seconds of inhaling, nicotine travels through the bloodstream and reaches the brain.
Once there, it binds to specific receptors called nicotinic acetylcholine receptors.
These receptors trigger a large release of dopamine and the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure.
The brain begins to associate nicotine with happiness and calmness, reinforcing the behavior.
With repeated use, the brain adapts. It reduces its own natural dopamine production.
Eventually, a person needs nicotine just to feel normal, not necessarily feel good.
What's something you wish you knew about vaping before you started?
I really wish I knew how addicting it was. If I knew how addicting it was, maybe I wouldn't have ever touched it. But I was really young.
How does vaping affect your focus or energy during school?
I did notice that I was getting tired easily, so like I would notice by the third period I would already be sleepy. I would be like out of it, and yeah.
Some of the first signs that you're going to go ahead and see is a change in their behavior and their attitude. What happens with nicotine, nicotine is the most addictive drug on the planet, so it instantly going to make a change in your chemistry and the way your body functions. So you're going to instantly develop kind of like a sensation of wanting to use. So what will happen is that we'll start seeing secretive behavior. You start seeing things because a lot of teenagers, well, they can't really be smoking right now, so they're going to try to do it in hiding. And when they do that, they kind of start doing it a little bit more than they wanted to. Before you know it, they develop a dependency issue. Wanting to quit is first accepting that you do want to make a change. Second is knowing that you do have resources here at school. The good thing about UISD is that we have LPCs, we have LCDCs. LCDCs help with substance abuse issues, nicotine, smoking, stuff like that. So we'd be able to assist them to be able to guide them. They may say, you know what, I want to do it outside of school and not in school, so we could go ahead and go to Pillar, we can go to SCAN, we can go to Southwest Keys, different resources that exist within the community to try to give them a chance to be able to find help, even if it's not through school, but for their use.
And how do you build trust with students?
So building trust with students is a lot about being out there in the hallways, being active, being visible, because trust comes from being comfortable with others.
Yeah, okay. How can we make it easier or more comfortable for students to ask for help?
I think that's where it starts first. Like if we're comfortable with each other, then it's easier for people to come and say, hey, can I get some help? Because usually that's the hardest part, asking for help.
Yeah.
So if students know who we are, then it makes it easier for students to be like, hey, maybe I should go visit my dad. For sure.
How can we include more mental health education in our school events or even our classes?
I think in the classroom, we have a lot of help because mental health is not just a counselor thing.
Yeah.
Mental health is an everybody thing. So the teachers help us also with the SEL binder that we have during
in the morning.
In the morning. So that's one layer of it, and then the counselors usually do different activities for whole group. So usually you find us in the lunches. Yes, for different events. I think the last one we did was Unity Day. So
yes, I saw that. That was cool.
Yes, so then that's one way that we can just kind of introduce different things around the school.
Okay. If you could send one message to all students about vaping and mental health, what would it be?
I think for mental health overall, it's about building good coping skills, right? And being able to have healthy skills. Vaping is a coping skill. It's just not a very healthy one. So if you're vaping to cope with something that's going on, it's about, okay, let's switch it. Let's change it up to something different. Maybe, I don't know, being more active at school, joining a sport, anything that you like and that it's helpful to you.
Getting involved in like the school.
So, what health effects have you noticed in students who vape, and how do you compare them to non-vape users?
So we do see a lot of health effects on students that vape. A lot of like the long-term effects, like cancer that we've seen with students. Their lungs sometimes for the most part, that they do get weakened, so they're having trouble breathing, they're short of breath. We do see a lot of like the scarring in the lungs. Eventually they'll start developing symptoms like, they can't breathe, they're coughing, some of them even develop like asthma.
How can the nurse office support students who want to quit vaping or is dealing with withdrawal symptoms?
We do have a lot of resources here, even within the school district. A lot of the times we have our like LCDC counselors, so we usually refer them to them. I know here for the South Campus is Mr. Gutierrez. We also usually like to talk to the students, give them, advice and support, be there for them is their number one thing, and our priority is always, their safety.
Work with nurse.
I'm Nancy Morales. I'm one of the nurses at United South High School.
What advice would you give student leaders who want to promote better health choices among their peers?
I would advise the leaders to form committees and groups of students yourselves that you research in the medical literature what's actually happening to your young bodies when you're doing vaping or any other kind of recreational drugs, because when you learn about it and you talk amongst each other instead of listening to it from an adult point of view, I think it's more effective.
Hey Hector, what's that? Are you vaping?
Yeah, it's way better than smoking. People say it's safe.
Really? I heard it was water vapor. Maybe I should try.
That's all it is. My friend said it was completely harmless.
Actually, vaping isn't just water vapor. It has nicotine and other harmful substances.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, vaping could be very dangerous to your lungs and also could be very addicting.
Damn, I didn't know that. Maybe I should quit.
I don't want to be part of that.
Good choice. It's better to be safe and have a healthy lifestyle. And be vape-free, because vape-free is the way to be.
This year, our student council, I believe, or superintendents, we have that every 9th of the month. We are wearing blue, and so we do make that announcement, and we do advise all our faculty and staff and students that the blue represents awareness and to ensure that we are being cognizant of the negative effects of vaping.
red dot right
Yeah,
here?
I see
It's
it.
recording.